Well, I'm building a houseboat in heaven to sail them deep and holy seas. Well, I'm building a houseboat in heaven, and it's welcome aboard your sweet peas.
Mike's Music Method. Come on in, guys. Another Townes Van Zandt classic, Heavenly Houseboat Blues. Finally doing it for you guys. Thank you, Casper. Oh, my Norwegian buddy, Tergia. Am I saying it right? Tergia. Casper. He sponsored this song, so thank him. It's Townes Van Zandt. Kind of tricky. There's a lot of three-note thumb patterns going on. A lot of hammer-ons, pull-offs, little rolls. Townes really gives us a lot of cool stuff in this song. Not a beginner piece. As always, Travis picking playlist. Start with the beginning one, maybe work through the first 10, and then try to jump to this one if you're new to it. But it's awesome. Don't be discouraged. It's not super complicated. There's really a lot of cool stuff in the song, so I'm eager to do it. Let's just dive right in. Capo's on the first fret. Let's do it. One little helpful note, timestamps are down below. If I'm going too fast or too slow, you can move around and do all that. Learn your YouTube shortcuts. I won't explain them here, but look them up, fast forward, jump back 5 seconds, 10 seconds, learn all that stuff. Super helpful. Also, at the end of the videos, I do slow run-throughs of all the sections. So when you learn a section like the intro, jump to the end of the video. You can do a slow run-through, practice it together with me. Jump back, learn the verse, boom, jump to the end, practice the slow run-throughs. That'll be really helpful in giving the context of the song, because it's a long video and I go measure by measure through every freaking measure. So you might be like, whoa, I'm totally lost. That's why the slow run-throughs are at the end of the song. All right, let's learn it. Heavenly Houseboat Blues, measure number 1. All right, we got capo on 1, don't forget. Capo, first fret. We're just strumming a C chord, and then he drops that index finger to snag the first fret on the first string. And then we start in the second measure here. We got a C chord, we put our pinky down, third fret on the first string, pinching 5 and 1, thumbs alone on 3, so it jumps there. Then I'm pinching 5 and 2, and then immediately hitting the first string again, but I'm lifting the pinky there. So we got 5 and 1, 5 and 2, but then I lift my pinky and do the first string again. And I'm doing thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, right back to the middle finger. And then my thumb ends on the third string. So together, 3, 4. Again, I'll go a little slower. One more time. Nice little measure there. Measure 3, we got a G chord. So we've got a G. You need your third fret here. You also need your pinky down on the third fret of the B string there. And we're pinching 6 and 2. I'm doing my pointer finger there. Then thumbs alone on 4. Then I'm pinching 6 and 1 with thumb and middle. And immediately you have to hit the second string with your pointer finger. And that notice that first string is open. Like we're at a G chord, but we're not like doubling that note up. We just have that D held down. So again, 6 and 2, thumb alone. Then 6 and 1, go right to the second string, thumbs on 4. Then we end up going back to the second string, but you gotta lift the pinky and put your pointer finger down on that note C. Townes does this all the time. We are anticipating the C chord to come. So he's giving you that melody note a little bit early here. So the whole measure, 3, 4. One more time, 3, 4. Then we let that C, keep ringing from the measure 3, and we go into the C chord in measure 4. And it's just 5, 3, then our thumb goes to 6, then 1, 3, 2. So it's 5, 3, 6, 1, 3, 2, thumb, 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 middle, thumb, pointer. And I'm walking that ring finger. I'd get used to that because there are going to be some tricks, I think, on the C chord. Maybe not. You could do the big C if you wanted to. I don't think there's any reason you couldn't do that. Measure 5 is the same idea, just 5, 3, 6, 1, 3, 2. And I'm telling you the strings there. Of course, it's thumb, 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 middle, thumb, pointer. Let's put all those together really quick from the top. 3, 4. Measure 6, really similar stuff here. He starts singing, and we got same exact thing we just saw, and it repeats it. So yeah, you know what? It probably is easier to just do the big C chord where you got the ring finger raised up and the pinky's down underneath it. Then we go to an F chord, and you really got to do the thumb over the top on this song because Townes is hammering from open to 2. And if you're doing any kind of F bar chord, you can't do that. So here we got 6, 4, then we hit the pointer finger on the 3rd string open, and we're gonna hammer, but this is what I call a compound kind of movement here. Because we're gonna hammer open to 2 on the 3rd string, but the moment that we do the hammer on, I'm also hitting the 6th string with my thumb. Townes does this all the time. So thumb, thumb, and thumb on the hammer. Thumb, thumb, open, hammer, but also hit the thumb. And then after that, we immediately hit the middle finger on the 2nd string. Then our thumb does 4, and our pointer does 3. So that ending is just 2nd string, 4th, 3rd. So the whole measure, 3, 4. Measure 9, super similar, just no hammer on and a little sparser. So thumb on 6, thumb on 4, pointer finger on the 3rd string, then 6, 2, and then open on the 4th string. You lift the chord up there in transition. Another classic Townes move. Hitting that D early because he goes into the G chord, so he's always doing those anticipations. So 9, one more time. 3, 4. Cool. And then we go to measure 10 as a G chord, and I always remind people, always remember there are timestamps down below in this video. So if you need to already, want to make sure you got everything down, jump to the slow run-throughs at the end of this song to help you do that. Measure 10, we got a G chord, it's just this. 6, 4, 6, 3, 4, 2, thumb, 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 pointer, thumb, middle. It's nice and slow for you, but very straightforward picking. Measure 11, thumb, 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 pointer, thumb, that's it. Just 6, 4, 6, 3, 4. Back to the C chord, nothing new here. 13 has a little bit of new information, so let's walk through this one. That little Townes flight and fancy is nice, isn't it? So in 13, we're pinching 5 and 1, just a normal C. We don't have our pinky down yet. But we put it down right away on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. So I'm pinching 5 and 1 with my thumb in middle. Then I'm using my pointer finger to snag that note on the 2nd string, the 3rd fret. That note is D now. Then I hit the thumb on the 3rd string. Then right back to the 2nd string, but you gotta lift that pinky up to sound the C again, the 1st fret. So pinch 5, 1, 2nd string with the pointer, thumb on 3, 2nd string with the pointer. And then it just ends thumb, thumb. So 3, 4. 14, we just keep going on the C chord and then move the bass note. You've seen all this before. A little different here in 15. We start with the C chord, thumb, thumb, and then thumb on the 5th string. But he just breaks the pattern and plays an open E, because guess what? That walks us in to the F chord. And that F chord is exactly the same as it was in whatever it was, 8, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. With that little cool little hammer-on part. And then 17 is also the same as 9. Back to the G, nothing to talk about here either. Nothing to talk about. And going forward for a while. So again, your tabs are free to download at mikesmusicmethod.com. So if I'm going quick, it's maybe because you don't have the tab in front of you. Measure 20, the C chord. 21 is new. So let's talk about 21. It's just a cool little walk. You got a quick beginning of it. So it's a C chord, but we're doing 5th string, then the 3rd. And then he just walks the bass line. So thumb, pointer on 5th, and then the 3rd string. And then I'm walking 3, low G, A, B.
Pew! Donation pitch. Guys, if you made it this far in the video, you're getting value from the video. And so I encourage you to consider donating. It could be a one-time thing. It could be monthly support. The way the value for value model works is I'm giving you my talent, treasure, my time, and hopes that you guys will return some of that back to me. I want to keep these free. There are so many YouTubers and other stations and channels that have a paywall. They'll give a little content, then have a big paywall, or maybe they'll charge for every tab. All these videos are free. All the tabs are free. I promise to keep the videos and the tabs free because I want everybody out there who is, doesn't have a job, too young, or just simply can't prioritize music in their life. I want them to have access to this awesome content. But that only works if you guys are willing to contribute. Those who do have the funds right now, or have the time or the talent to pitch into the channel in some way, it's greatly appreciated, and it keeps it going. By you guys giving a little bit, it keeps it free for everybody else. And I don't know what the value for value is for you. It could be $5 a month. Maybe it's $40 every time you learn a song. Or maybe it's $50 a month. Private guitar lessons could cost you anywhere from, $150 to $200 a month. Maybe you're using these videos in lieu of taking private guitar lessons. I don't know. It's a value for value model. That's why it's so cool. You get to determine what value these videos are bringing you. And just do a little thought experiment. What if Mike's Music Method disappeared from the internet? All the tabs, all the Townes Van Zandt tutorials were gone. How would that make you feel? Would you go, crap, I could have gave Mike $25 a month? Or, man, I could have given Mike $5 a month, right? Or, hey, I could have pitched in one time and given Mike $50 to keep it going. So think of it that way. You get it, the value for value model. The more time you guys buy me, the more videos I'm able to make to give tens of thousands of people an awesome picking education. Please consider the links are all in the description below the video, or go to mikesmusicmethod.com. There's a little donate tab. Onward with the song.
So we already ran through one of the verses. The next verse, it's Townes, so he's always got extra color and he's mixing things up and making it interesting. So let's do another run through starting on 22 here of just like a different way to play through the verse, essentially, right? Same chords, but he's going to do different kind of cool stuff. So 22, nothing new. 23, 24. So in 25, we got some cool new movement here, and Townes does this all the time as well. So he's on an F chord, or thumbs over the top. We're pinching 6 and 2, but then immediately he's putting his pinky down and hitting the 2nd string again. And I tend to alternate my right hand fingers. So I'm doing middle pointer, but you can do the same finger twice. I can do it both ways. I like alternating just because it prepares you for quicker runs in more difficult songs. But however you want to do it, Doc does this. Merle Travis himself will just do one straight finger. So all sorts of approaches, right? So we have 6 and 2, put the pinky down, hit 2 again, thumb on 4, lift the pinky up, go back to the second string. And then the measure ends just 6, 3, then lift your hand and it's open on the 4th string. So let's do that together. 3, 4. Measure 26. I don't think I need to explain that. Just a G chord with the pinky down. 6, 4, 6, 3, 4, 2. And that pinky's on that second string there. And the next one, similar idea. 6, 3, 4, 2. And then we got a cool little walk at the end of the measure here at 27. Just walking up to the C chord. So that's the first half of the measure. 6, 3, 4, 2. And then I'm kind of lifting the chord. I'm doing open on the 5th string and then open on the 3rd, thumb pointer. And then 2nd fret's down on the B. A, D, B. Cool whole measure. 3, 4. And I take it back. I'm not lifting everything. I'm letting that pinky ring out. Yeah, that sounds way better. Do it that way. And at 28, back to C. 29 is a little busier, but the same idea. 30, he gives that color where he's now using that G in the C chord, adding that extra G on top. So it's 30 is 5, 3, 2, 6, 1 with the pinky down. 5, 3, 2, 6, 1 with the pinky down. 3, 2. So I think that's why originally I wasn't playing it as a big C chord, because we can't do that now because we need our pinky over there. Let's keep going in 31. It's a C chord, but a little bit different as well. We got 5, 1, 3, 2. And that's the first simple pattern. 5, 1, 3, 2, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer. Second half of the measure is 5 and 1, thumb in the middle. Then I'm going all the way to putting my pinky down on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and I'm pinching 3 and 2. Got that sound there. Pretty cool, right? 3, 4. Yeah, I like that. And then in 32, we go back to an F chord. And it's, of course, different again. So we got 6 and 2. And I'm pinching 4 and 3. So thumb middle, thumb pointer, thumb middle, thumb pointer. And then it's 6, 2, thumb middle. Then 4, 3 with thumb middle. But that's open, right? So my middle finger in the left hand is up. And I'm lifting at the last minute, right? Because I want this doom to ring out in the second hit. And I lift it, and right when I hammer on, again, it's a compound movement here. So right when I hammer on that 2nd fret on the 3rd string, I'm also hitting the 6th string with my thumb. So that's 32 going into 33. 3, 4. Time 3, 4, and then after that, 33 is really cool. So we have that hammer on in the compound motion where we're hitting our thumb, and then we go immediately to the 2nd string. Then thumb on 4, pointer on 3. That's the beginning of the measure with the hammer on. Right, so I'm just doing the hammer on the open string from 32, so you hear the context. 3, 4, and 3, 4, and then we end 33 with a walk. Just 1, 2, and 34 takes us to a G chord. We've seen that walked out. before, haven't we, on the G? All right, gotta lift that pinky. Yeah, we saw that early in the song. You guys are killing it, crushing. We're at 36, still a C chord. 37. And here, the verse ends, and he kind of like gives us a little melody that's very similar to the intro part. But again, it's different. So we heard that at the beginning of the song, which is just a C chord, 5, 3, pinch 5 and 1, and then drop that pointer finger down to get the F, E, F. Then thumbs alone on 3. 3. One more time. Then 38, I got a C chord, put my pinky down. Down, 5 and 1, 5 and 1 again with the pinky lifted, 3, 1. So I'm doing thumb middle, thumb pointer. 39. It's one of these moments where I don't know if it's a mistake, but I swear I'm hearing that lower note. So the thumb pattern here is 5, 4. 5, 3, 5, 4. It's the only time where I'm hearing that note. So again, if you don't want to worry about making it more complicated, just skip right over it. That's cool. Got 5, pinching 3 and 1. They're both open, right, in the C chord, both open. And then pinching 5 and 2, but my pinky is down on the 3rd fret of the B string there. So pinch 5 and 2 here. Then I lift up the pinky and hit the 2nd string again. Sorry. And there's a couple ways to do it. Again, you can do 2 quick attacks, or you can alternate your fingers, MI or IM. It's up to you to decide. Sorry, IM is just like index middle, MI, right? You know what I mean. Pointer middle or middle pointer is what I'm trying to say. But then you end on the 4th string, which is what makes it tricky. Again, 3, 4. Yeah, commit to which way you're going to play it, whether you're going to do IM or MI, and you can write it above the tab. That can be helpful, so you're actually practicing it the same way every time. Measure 40. It's kind of cool. It's an F chord. But our finger has to do double duty here. Usually when I do that thumb over the top F, I'm just starting on the 2nd string, right? I'm not worrying about the 1st. I'm just doing 2nd string and building from there. But here you got to bar that 1st finger. It makes it even harder, especially on a nylon string. Pinching 6 and 2, 4, 3. Easy enough at the beginning. And then it's just 6, 4, 1. And that 1's got to be that, right, the 1st fret. So together, 3, 4. Bah! You're doing awesome, rocking and rolling. I love your enthusiasm and your perseverance here. 41 is one of the coolest measures in the song. Listen to this sweet little Towns movement here. Towns rarely does this where he breaks outside of that Travis picking pattern, but here he gives us like kind of like a bluegrass run in this song. So we're on that F chord, hitting 6, but then he's rolling pointer middle. So we have 6, 3, 2. Then the thumb hits the 4th string. And then here, I'm going to use my thumb maybe for all of them. But you can use different fingers if you want to. But the first one's definitely a roll. Thumb, pointer, middle, then my thumb on the 4th string, thumb on the 3rd. My pinky goes down on the 2nd string, and here I kind of lift out of the chord and just do 3, 1, 2, 0. The 3 1s on the B string, 2 O's on the G. So after you do that 3-string roll, you do 4, 3. So maybe try to get that down fast first. 3, 4, 3, 4. And this is how I practice all my complicated passages. Sorry. And only after time am I speeding it up. Slow and make sure your brain and fingers all understand that I can't talk and play it at the same time. 3, 4. And so when you can play it slow and your brain gets it, only then try to speed it up. Like learn it before you practice it. All right, so learn it and then practice it. Don't start practicing before you know it, okay? It's important advice. Remember it. Remember it. 42, we get to a C chord. Just kind of walking around, adding that low bass in there. And then 43 is kind of new as well, but it's a C chord. We're going to put our pinky down, and it's 5, 1, 3. Lift the pinky, pinch 5 and 1, then immediately hit the second string. So then here he does, no, take it back. Now he hits the 4th string again in this measure too. So it wasn't the only time before where he kind of adds a different bass note. So that ending is 5, 1, then the 2nd string, then it's 4, 3. It's just hard it can be tricky to kind of have control over, where the middle and the pointer are going there when you got the 3 strings going on. So take your time on that one. 44 is back to a simple G chord with that 3rd fret held down on the B string. That's it. 45, we got some cool color again though here, so let's do it. Really awesome. So we're doing a G7 chord, but we just need the 3rd fret here and the 1st fret here. And we're hitting 3, and then we're doing a quick roll. Pointer, middle, ring, right? I don't have any advice except to go slow, be super patient. If this is a totally new concept to you, it's going to take you like weeks and weeks to get it down. So don't expect to like sit here and get that. You should almost practice that like separate from the song, where you're just doing this PIM idea, pointer, middle, ring. A good one would be, what song did I post recently? The Love song called Alone Again Or. That guy, man, that whole song is like pretty much this concept. So that could be a good one to watch. I talk a little bit about right-hand technique stuff in there. So watch that one if it's totally novel to you. Otherwise, like, you don't have to do it. Right? You can just skip the quick little run and go to the top string there. So let's talk about that roll again. And don't feel too bad if you can't do it, because even Towns he's a little sloppy on this part on the recording. So it's 3rd finger, and then you're quickly rolling it. But then when you finish the roll, that pointer, middle, ring, the thumb hits the 4th string. And it's really quick in there rhythmically. It's almost like you know what I mean? All running into that D. Then the second half of the measure is lift that, the F, so it's an open E now. And we got 6 and 1. Then I put my pinky down on the 2nd string. Then thumb on 4 and move that pinky to the 1st fret, right? Lift it up and let the pointer finger be on the 1st fret on the 2nd string. One more time. That's how it ends. Right, and then this was C, but let's try to measure 3, 4. Tricky, I know. If you can't do it yet, don't worry about it. You can really simplify it just like that. All right, 46 is a C chord. Just playing with that pinky, lifting it. 5, 1 with the pinky down. 3, back to 1 with the pinky lifted. And then 5, 2, 3. Even though that's not that complicated, it's cool because it's a different little melody note every time. You know, Townes is always keeping things interesting for us. Kind of a, yeah, so 47 here, a little different. I don't think we've seen this before. Pinch 5, 1, thumb on 3. Then you drop that finger and hit the first fret again on the first string. Back to the thumb on 5, and then you lift the first and it goes back to open. And then thumb on 3. Really cool. I like that now that we're playing it. 48 to the F chord, thumb over the top. And he pulls off here. We pinch 5 and 2, but our pinky is down on the 3rd fret on 2. Thumb on 4, pointer does 3. And then we end the measure just 6, and then pinch 4 and 2. So 3. 49. I think we've seen that before earlier. 50, a G chord. We get a little roll again. It's pinky down on that G chord, right? 2nd string, 3rd fret. And it's the strings are 6, 2, 4, 6, 3, 2, 4. So we got that roll again. 6, pointer middle on 3, 2. 3, 4. It's hard to get the roll when I play this slow. I think that's the right rhythm. And then in 51, of course, he does it again. But that's exactly the same as 45 was, so don't worry about it. Then back to a C chord here. And then that simple little walk again. It doesn't have the quick open note in there. It's just C, G, A, B. And that's it. This song then is like a couple more verses and he fades out. And he just sings the verse, you know, to his and he just kind of like stops on that C chord after he's done doing his bubble noises. Sinking ship noises. Yeah! Let's do some slow run-throughs, guys. That's all of it. Bam! Slow run-throughs. Here's the intro, nice and slow. 3, 4... One more time. 3, 4... Slow run of kind of like the first verse here. It's from measure 6 to 21. 2, 3, 4. Cool. Let's kind of do like the alternate verse idea here in 22. Just a verse, but different colors. 3, 4. Here's the first difference. Otherwise pretty similar. It's a little more complicated. Nicely done. And then we'll do 38 here. It's kind of like the little musical interlude, so to speak. 3, 4. Sorry, some of those little rolls. That is tricky. Let's do it again. And like I said, for some reason, my brain, when I do it slow, if I'm messing up the timing on the rolls, I apologize. Let's actually take it from 37 this time so we have the little pickup. 3, 4. Distractions in life happen. Can you do it? Hey, congratulations through your distracting rings.